Good morning. Good morning. Got a little Creedence in the background. This is Captain Boomer. This particular show is entitled Best Generation Warriors. Okay, this is, before I get started, by no stretch of the imagination am I trying to belittle the more famous Best Generation, okay? But I just want to make some kind of comparisons and stuff, and I just feel that although I'm gonna be upfront with it, although I was not in the shit per se, okay, I was over there for 4 months. I worked in a galley and I helped out load up the trucks, and I went out and loaded up, went out to a few ships and unloaded food and worked on the docks and stuff like that. But I didn't get into the shit, and that's why I have so much respect for my brothers. I hope they accept me as a brother. But there is no more, I can't tell you how much respect and love and I have for these, for my brothers. I hope they accept me as a brother. I'm coming to you from the Twin Cities area. The background music is what we listened to a lot was the Creedence. Because, well, there's another reason why I'm doing this too, why we might be listening. The simple reason is that we're let me turn this down a little bit. I just want even more so even the younger generation to know what the Vietnam vet went through in that misguided misfortune of a war over there. And we can start off right there. A lot of politicians, a lot of people, they labeled as police action. Kiss my ass. Anyway, so I'm just going to be touching base on a few things, because well, what I was going to say earlier is, at the cost of our paying our dues, the Vietnam veteran is losing his battle with Agent Orange. There's so many of us are checking out prematurely, and I hope when this little podcast of mine is done with, that some people have a better understanding and a better idea of what the Vietnam vet went through. I can make comparisons, and I don't mean to, but it's the only way that I can get my point across. Number one, and the foremost one, was the World War II soldier got so much recognition, and rightfully so. Hey, I'm not going to take that away from him. But you have to remember that the Vietnam vet, in many, many instances, fought more skirmishes than the World War II veteran. A lot more. To the best of my knowledge, there was no Agent Orange in World War II. Agent Orange was used extensively. 20, 30 million gallons of that crap was spilt on us over there. And a lot, I mean, it's just, it's a tragedy. And let's make a comparison here, okay? And on some of the bases, the Vietnam veteran had to burn barrels of shit. I'm not pulling any punches here. I don't care about my language. I can put it down as explicit, whatever the fuck you want, okay? All right? Anyway, because I've listened to some podcasts out there from these younger gentlemen out there, and boy, I'm telling you, every other word is fuck, 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 fuck. And boy, they got people listening to them like crazy. Well, I don't want to go there, but I am going to go there today, okay? So if you want to listen, fine. Stay tuned. If you don't, shut it off. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, some of the Vietnam veterans we had to burn barrels of shit. I hope you guys don't mind me using the term we. Although, like I said, I didn't get into shit per se. Thank God. And that's why I have so much respect, admiration, and I honor you guys so much. And I feel that if you accept me as a brother, I am so honored as well. Anyway, back to the burning of the barrels of shit. I know it sounds funny, but I'm telling you it's true. There's going to be a little bit of humor in this podcast, not much, because there isn't much humor to inject in this this tragedy of a story that has. And by the way, whoever set this up, God bless you, thank you. This is Vietnam Veterans Remembrance Day. Yes, Vietnam Veterans Remembrance Day.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah is right. Okay, here we go. Back to burning barrels of shit. On some bases, yes, the Vietnam veterans, we burned barrels of shit. And then here's a little tidbit too. After burning barrels of shit, guess what? When we got back to the States in San Francisco, especially LA, I don't know much about San Francisco, some of the West Coast airports. Some Vietnam veterans were thrown actual human shit in little paper bags. Yes. One Vietnam veteran reported that he was hit. I don't know if he was hit in the head, the upper torso, or leg or hip, but he was hit with a brick. Yes. All right. It's wonderful, isn't it? You hear any of that stuff happen to the World War II vets? I don't think so. They were swore at. The bricks were thrown. And this other guy, one of my brothers, said that he was, he thought this old lady, probably 70, 80 years old, was going to come up to him and shake his hand or give him a hug or welcome him home, only to be fooled. She turns around, I guess, whatever. I don't know the whole story, but this part of the story, I believe. And he said she turned around and she spit in his face. Yeah, you gotta love that, huh? How many World War II veterans got spit in the face? None. So this is the comparison that I'm making, and this is not to take anything away from them, but as far as I'm concerned, that's the title of the show. The best generation was the Boomers generation that was involved and sacrificed so much, even to this day. That's another thing. A lot of the World War II vets are gone. I understand it. God bless them. God bless them. I'm not going to take their honor away from them. But you got to remember, us Vietnam vets are falling by the wayside, checking out early because of Agent Orange. Now, if you don't know what Agent Orange is, it was a nasty combination. I believe it was Monsanto. They wanted to get rid of the leaves. They wanted to get rid of the foliage, so we'd have a better idea of where Charlie was, so we could kill him a lot easier. Well, I don't know how well it worked. I'm not an authority on Vietnam. I don't pretend to be, but I do know a few facts, and I did breathe the air over there. And as of right now, knock on wood, that'd be my head. I don't have any major issues, and I thank God every day. And then there's the issue. There was, I guess it was down in Phoenix, where about 40 Vietnam veterans died, I think, because they kept putting them back on their calendar or back on their checkup dates or different things. And I don't recall very many World War II veterans ever hearing about how homeless they were. Thank you very much. Yeah, when they got done, there were parties in the street. There were people, just going crazy. People were kissing and hugging and confetti, and oh my God, it was wonderful. Well deserved. We didn't have any of that. No, we got shit thrown at us. People swearing at us, calling us baby killers and every damn thing else. Yeah. Anyway, then we can go on to... I don't recall any guys World War II ever stories of pulling off huge leeches off your Johnson or off your ass, off your legs. Not to mention the snakes and the centipedes and everything else that the average Vietnam veteran put up with while he was over there. Then it was the case of you don't even know who the hell to trust over there. Well, number one is the old adage, they all look the same. You don't know who the hell was who. You don't know if she had a gun stuffed up her dress in the back of her or she had a grenade. You just didn't know. Didn't have much of that in World War II. Yeah. Anyway, the stories can go on and on. And this is me venting. This is all it is. And like I told you up front, I'm so honored if my fellow Vietnam veterans, if they would consider me their brother. And I'll probably remind people of the Vietnam War off and on till I check out. And this day, though, remember this, whoever may be listening, this day, the Vietnam Remembrance Day is at least 40 years overdue, at least. And how the government and how the people of this country turned their backs on us for so many years consecutively is another mystery and is another a tragedy that the Vietnam veteran to this day is, and then you probably got the suicide rate. I don't recall World War II veterans committing suicide at the rate that we are. And then these young guys in Afghanistan and stuff, same thing. And I got a lot of respect for those guys too. But the generation that maybe changed all this, and the generation that put up with the most, the generation that endured the most, the generation that still suffering the most years later, is the boomer generation that fought in the Vietnam War. Yes, there's no doubt about that. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing this stuff, but like I said, if you're listening, thank you. If you can kind of relate to what I'm trying to say, thank you. I normally like to I try to do a comedy show for my fellow boomers, but this show, being that it is